Then, slowly, the nausea began to fade. His lungs slowly got down to a much steadier pace. Disorientation then began to ease up. His heart sighed in relief after being stretched to its seams. His ears popped open, letting in a strange silence, as if he could hear the air turn and fold around him. Silence. Air folding. In silence. The boy looked up. In the sky, far away, was a bright white streak, glowing and rounded at one end, pointed and fading at another. The boy then brought his attention back, many miles back to where he sat. How did he asked himself. But as he searched for his past, there seemed to be none in him. Staring back from inside of him was an infinite nothing. He blinked. Whimpering and trembling, he got up on legs which felt no stronger than dry twigs. The tar-like ground seemed porous. His ankles were already sinking in the cold wet. He must keep moving. He began to. In all directions was a swamp strangling a forest to death. The slimy, rotting stillness didn't look a good place to be. Far from it. It was scheming a whisper. He couldn't hear it, but feel it through his skin. Something is going to happen very soon, and he's not going to like it. His senses warned him. He didn't know which way to go. He should go back to where he started, lest he got lost, the boy thought. He looked. He already was. The swamp had already eaten his footprints. He decided to continue on. A couple of steps in, and with a disgusting slurpy sound, he found himself buried knee-deep in the swamp. He couldn't find in himself to even panic to the full extent. He was being sucked in. His shorts, which ended well above his knees, touched the swamp. The dampness began to crawl up the fabric as if softening it to be easily swallowed. The boy's skin was damp with sweat, and he was slipping in. In a mind full of confusion and fear, he searched for a bundle of strength he feared he might not find. Then, deep below in the swamp, something touched his naked feet. With a force which surprised him, the teen threw himself out and scampered to the exposed roots of a tall tree where the ground seemed solid. But now, it was also rotting fast, turning to swamp at its edges, and soon swamp was all there was. The boy saw it all from the tree which he had managed to climb. This tree, though, it was like no tree he had ever seen. Utterly lifeless, its ashen branches were like crooked fingers of somebody in immense pain. But up here, away from the swamp, his mind felt clearer. He could see much further, too, but nothing encouraging, just more of the lifeless trees, everywhere. Down below, the swamp had begun to boil. Open pustules like holes were expanding and contracting, letting out a rotting mist. It began to stink. Try as he might, he could not shake away the metallic taste which had burst open in his mouth. Death it reminded of. He looked up. The tree was much taller. He climbed up until he couldn't. The thin branches were already swaying and creaking dangerously. Suddenly he felt the tree sink. The branch on which he stood cracked loudly. Quickly he shifted to the adjacent one. The previous branch broke and fell a long way down, vanishing into a thick cloud which now veiled the swamp.